Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and a very quick mention that the first part of this video is being recorded with the Kodak PlayTouch camera and a Sony clone stereo microphone installed. And this is my review of the Nokia C7 mobile phone. This is the box here. It's a very classy piece of kit, and let's show you what you get inside the packaging. Now when you buy your C7, it's going to come in a bag inside. I've already been testing this, so it's not going to be exactly how you'd experience unboxing it, but it gives you an idea of what you get inside the box. This is the C7 itself. I'm going to pop that to one side, and I'll be showing you that in closer detail in a short while. Bottom section of the box, in this middle section you would probably get the battery, but you also get a UK power charger, tiny little Nokia connector on one end, and this is the 3-pin UK charger, and it actually compacts down for easy sort of transportation. You pull up the middle pin, and it's just a little bit smaller when you're packing it away, maybe if you're travelling. We also get a USB cable, a little short stubby cable for getting data on and off of the mobile phone. And we also get in this section here, this is the hands-free kit. It is nothing special, but it certainly gets the job done. We've got the stereo headphones here, nice and comfortable, produce reasonable sound quality. Then we get the hands-free portion here, which has got a push-to-talk button and a microphone built in as well, and a little clip so you can clip it to a collar. And then on the other end of the headset we've got a standard 3.5mm audio jack, so you could of course use any headphones with the Nokia C7. Right at the very bottom we've got a quick start guide, and then we've also got the manual, which is going to show you all of the features of the C7 and how to get it up and running. So moving on to the handset itself, and it's a very classy looking handset, and I'll just give you a guide around the handset. And for this section of the video I'm going to actually switch over to my Panasonic SD700 just to give you a closer look at what the handset looks like. On the front we've got a 3.5-inch screen. It's a capacitive AMOLED touchscreen, 640 by 360 resolution, 16.7 million colours. There's also a orientation sensor, compass, proximity sensor and ambient light sensor built into this handset. Now we've got a hard key here which acts as like a home button. We've also got the call, make and take buttons, little microphone pickup on the bottom here, and here's the sort of speaker. And if I go round to the back, here you can see the high definition camera, and if I just get the specs up on my screen I can give you an idea of what this camera is capable of. The camera is actually an 8 megapixel camera. We've obviously got dual LED flash, it's full focus, so very good control over the focus on this. It's got a quoted f number or aperture of f2.8 and a 2x digital zoom for still images, 3x digital zoom for video. And the secondary camera around the front, I forgot to mention this is a 640 by 480 resolution camera for doing things like video conferencing. Now just back round to this one here, this is a very good camera indeed, very high quality optics, and the 16:9 viewfinder, which is sort of served up by the screen, has got on-screen touch controls, so you can actually tap to focus and things like that. The actual video capture is HD quality, 720p, 25 frames per second. Now before I show you the user interface, other sort of features of this phone is obviously Bluetooth. We've also got GPS, we've got 8GB of internal memory, we've got 802.11n Wi-Fi, so very fast Wi-Fi connection, and also an FM radio, so some extremely high specifications on this handset. Now you can get 3 different colours. It's available in frosty metal, the charcoal black one I've got here, or in mocha colour, so plenty to choose from. And so now let's just run through the actual user interface. So to unlock the handset we've got some controls on this side. We've got volume up and down. We've also got the unlock switch for the screen. We've also got direct camera access button. So let's push that unlock button and you can see the user interface on the camera. Now for this part of the review I'm going to switch back to the Kodak PlayTouch to show you the user interface on the Nokia C7. So this is the main user interface. We've actually got 3 screens that you can actually populate with your own icons and widgets. I can actually scroll from left to right to go to the next screen, and here we've got some live feeds, things like RSS feeds, the search box. We've also got access to our email, etc. on here, and also the calendar as well. If I had some events in the calendar, they would show up in this top section here. And then I can scroll one more and I've got access to my music, movie trailers, a CNN video feed, and also an alert box down the bottom here, and some shortcut icons to things like gallery, messaging and the radio, etc. I can go all the way back to the main home screen again, to those main widgets, and all of these home screens, if I rotate the handset round, actually work in landscape orientation as well. The hard buttons down here, if I push the button in the middle centre, this brings up the main menu, and it's here I can gain access to all of the content on the phone. It doesn't scroll up and down if there's nothing there, so excuse me doing that. If I go into applications, obviously I can scroll if there's more than will fit on the actual screen. You do get some haptic feedback as well as you're scrolling, so a little bit of a buzz through on your finger, and this is a capacitive touchscreen, so it's very sensitive to the touch and a joy to use. Very, very impressed by the actual sensitivity of that touchscreen. Let's go back out to our home screen. Now, making and taking calls is a pleasure on here as well. I can push here, I've got no dialed numbers. I can go to see if I've got received calls. I can see if I've got missed calls. I can go into options, open contacts, settings, user guide, exit, or cancel out, and go right the way back out to my home screen. If I want to make a call, I can tap the call button, and here I can dial in a number to call, or obviously gain access to my voicemail. Very responsive again, direct access to my contacts within the call area as well. So all very sort of easy to find your way around the handset. Now, call quality, something that I do tend to miss out in some of my reviews, and I always get asked in the comments. The incoming call quality from here, extremely good. Very, very good voice clarity on incoming calls. The mic pickup on the bottom also does a very good job, and recipients of my calls have said it's been very clear, although a tiny little bit of distortion on some of the calls that I've made. With regards to video quality, I'm going to play you back a short section here of some HD video that I've captured with the camera on the back of the handset. So this is some HD video footage captured with the Nokia C7. You can see a little bit of my setup here, a little bit of flare in the top left hand corner from my video light, and this is just to give you an idea of the sort of quality you can expect from this mobile phone. It's recording in its highest definition. So let's show you a little bit of internet browsing using this handset. So let's scroll across here perhaps, and we're going to go into the search box here. This brings up the on-screen keyboard. Now if I rotate the handset round, it will actually go into landscape orientation. I have already connected to wireless internet through my Airport Extreme, and it didn't remember that I'd already connected, so I'm having to reconnect. But I think that has actually connected. There's no sort of status at the top, which is a little bit of a shame. But in the search area here, let's type Geekanoids. So quite a nice keyboard. It seems a little tiny bit small, but it certainly has worked. Let's accept Geekanoids and search on the web. See what it comes up with. So it's asking for where I want to search. So let's type in again and put in United Kingdom. This might just be because I'm using the facility for the first time, but we will soon find out. So we're going to search United Kingdom. It's asking me to select a default search provider, and it's found the Geekanoids site here. So let's tap on here to go to geekanoids.co.uk, and we are connected over Wi-Fi, so it's loading the page quite quickly. This is my website. Let's wait a little while for it to load a bit more. See if we can scroll down. It's still loading. Here we go, so that's the header loaded. While this is loading, I can hopefully switch round into portrait, or I can switch back round into landscape. So it's quite responsive in switching around the screen orientation. You can see here I've got some of my little banner adverts for my YouTube channel, etc. come up in the side panel. Now the actual main content of my website is all YouTube videos. It's not actually showing the YouTube videos in line, so I'm assuming that this browser doesn't support Flash, which is a shame. So let's actually go back here, and we're going to go to another website. Let's delete this and have a look at something else. Let's have a look at apple.com. Missed the button. Hit the tick. Go. See these extra button pushes that are a little bit off-putting. I would have liked just a tick to have made it know that I wanted to go to this particular website. This is now loading the Apple website. So here we've got a flash screen come up, or sorry, not a flash screen, but a splash screen come up about the MacBook Air. We can scroll around the page. Does it support multi-touch? Yes, it does. So we can pinch to zoom in and out of the page. Can we double tap? We can double tap to zoom in and double tap to zoom out. So it supports multi-touch as well, which is nice. So the browsing experience is okay. Not the best I've experienced, but the screen is certainly responsive enough and good enough to navigate around for the odd bit of browsing on the handset. So let's go out of the browser and go back to the main home screen. Switch back around into that portrait orientation. In the hand, the Nokia C7 feels extremely nice. A nice solid feel to it. The actual weight of the handset, let me just tell you, is 130 grams. So it's quite a weighty handset. Size wise, it's 117mm tall, 56.8mm in width, and 10.5mm in thickness. So quite a weighty handset, but as I say, it feels actually very nice in the hand. Now price wise, it's not that cheap. It is a very new phone. You can get it free if you sign up to a £20.47 per month contract, so just over the £20 mark per month. And I'm assuming that's going to be either an 18 or a 24-month contract. If you want to buy one SIM free, so you don't want to be tied to any sort of contract, you can pick up an unlocked SIM free version of this direct from Nokia for £319. It's not a bad handset, certainly one of the better touchscreens that Nokia have produced. This is the Nokia C7 smartphone. Thank you very much for watching. Please come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video is sponsored by mymemory.co.uk. For great prices, free UK delivery and reliable customer support, visit mymemory.co.uk.